can you introduce yourself to our safe visitors?
No.
No, not at all. What?
Kidding.
Y'all start with me this morning.
I was hoping you'd introduce me, but let me introduce myself. Name is Laz from the group Ill Nino, bass player, an OG.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. Kristen Clark from PopCultureMadness.com.
Lovely to meet you.
It's great to meet you. So, we're about to wrap up, man. We're winding down a little bit.
Yeah, I think we got 9 more days. 9 more days. I think 6 more shows, but we're playing every single day.
How much of a whirlwind's the whole tour been so far?
It's a twister. It feels like it's just happening really quickly, and it feels like we just started just the other day. I mean, it's been quite the fun tour. It's been a while since Ill Nino has done, this kind of festival in America. So it was great to you saw a lot of fans that you don't normally see in the other venues, and for have seen us. I've been hearing I saw you 2001, I saw you 2003, 2002, 2007, and it just blows my mind that all those years went by. Before you know it, but it's been quite the ride, getting.
I want to ask, too, I'm always curious about, we've seen so many changes in the music industry and the way these festivals are promoted, the way bands promote themselves. How has the uprise of social media been a tool for you?
I think we've adjusted. I mean, if you don't get adjusted, you get left out,
You're like back there.
Yes, and, they'll forget about you. So, you got to stay on it. I think we're probably on it more intact than ever. There was a period that it was a slow, we'd set it up, but now I think we're all more involved, which I think is a great thing. I think social media is great, sends the message out there. And it also brings the world together. Because now you're communicating from people from all walks of life.
Instantaneous feedback, too. It's amazing.
That's why, our generation, is less prone to wars, and more common respect for each other. Especially when you travel the world, we play all over the world, and we normally do the festivals in Europe. But
how do the ones in the States differ?
Well, those are 3 days events, all the different countries have their very own. That's truly camping. That's truly rock and roll camp. Yeah, this one is just here for the day into the night. See you later. We move on to the next camp. This is more like a hiking trip.
I like that. So what can you share with me about what the band is working on right now?
Well, we finished up a new record called Till Death La Familia. It's we actually recorded it, wrote and recorded it in 2 months, which amazes me.
That's incredible.
Thank you. No, it is very fast. I mean,
did it just kind of organically come together like that?
Let me just say, there was very little sleep in those 2 months. So we crammed in 2 months with the equivalent of maybe 4 months. If you break it down, to normal hours of operations. But, we wanted to make sure that, we had a proposal to get an album ready to do this tour. And, we were thrilled to be out here doing it in America after all these years. Last time we did anything like this was Ozfest. So it's nice to participate, with some of the bands that have been around as long as we have, like Mushroom Head and some of the newer bands that we're really enjoying, like Suicide Silence and Upon a Burning Body. It's been great, it's been great. And even some veterans like Korn.
Absolutely.
It's.
So, can you take me in the recording process for the new album, maybe 1 or 2 tracks in particular, and tell me what the mindset was and all that chaos and quickness?
The thing is that we sat down and we went for a concept for this record. We wanted to have kind of that organized crime unity feel for it, that and that family oriented feel. I mean, the record truly for us, we use the crime families as an example the representation of heartfelt things, because the album is really a tribute to our fans. Our fans, particularly the ones that have kept us alive and kind of became family to us.
So would you say that kind of family dynamic is the thread that kind of runs through the whole thing?
The entire time we were very conscious that this was a record for in tribute to our fans, and you know, we wanted to give them a record that they can be proud of, because you know, they could always turn around and say, hey, you know what, listen, this band never fails. And then, you know, they'll pass it down, and people, I think, are kind of like waking up to us again. You know, it's like waking up a sleeping giant, and we've been getting, you know, lots of respect from, you know, some of the bands that we are on tour with here.
I mean, I'm sure you guys are seeing generations of fans come out too, you know, from that have kind of grown up with the band.
Yes, I mean, I from the new generation to I've seen people go through marriages and children, divorces in some cases, you know, lost friends. You know, a lot has happened since we started, and you know, we're just happy, I guess, you know, to still be doing this. And so yeah, no, it was a message really that we wanted to share with the fans, but we made it exciting for everybody, and there is a certain magic, and I can detect that excitement right now.
Absolutely. So what are the plans for after Mayhem? What's next for you guys?
There's gonna eventually be an American headline run, or maybe a you know, support slot, but we definitely got to get back out here at home.
Excited for that. I love, like, sometimes I like seeing bands in the club environment rather than the festival.
Sure. And then we're heading over to Russia, and we're doing some European dates here this year as well. I mean, we have a lot of touring. We're probably going to be around for a little bit, you know, so it's going to be a minute.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me.
Awesome.
All righty. I'll see you soon.
Great.